What's up, y'all? I saw Gladiator II over the weekend, and it was an interesting film. What the thing that I want to talk about right now is the topic of conversation that has been going on since before the movie came out, and that is the use of accents. So, one of the things that is usually done with historical dramas is that everybody is going off of a British accent. And Gladiator 2 is no different, where most everybody was going off of a sounding like a British accent, except for one particular character, and that is Macrinus, that's played by Denzel Washington, who used a different accent. But I actually think that works in that character's favor. See, the thing is that Macrinus is kind of a foreigner. He is what we would probably think of as a naturalized citizen. So Macrinus is a naturalized citizen of Rome, and he doesn't look like everybody that lives there. He does not sound like everybody else that lives there. He speaks differently, he thinks differently, and he's able to move up the echelons of power. But I think that Denzel Washington not affecting an English accent actually works in that character's favor because it emphasizes his foreignness. And I don't think that character wants anybody to forget that he is from another land. And I think that has part of the motivation of the character that's kind of baked in how that movie operates. His character in this movie probably makes the most sense. I think it's the most thoroughly thought out character, the most carefully crafted character in this film is that of Macrinus. I also want to say that the use of the British accent in historical dramas, it almost doesn't matter where these adventures take place, and that they always tend to use the British accent. Even when you're watching like early kung fu movies and the characters are dubbed, they're dubbed in an English sounding accent. So I think that people are kind of used to the English or British accent as a stand in for foreign languages. That has a lot to do with why we are inundated with the British accent when we ever going, whenever there's a drama about a foreign land or a distant land or a distant time. And when we come across a different accent, like an American accent, or maybe even a Latin accent, then people are kind of thrown off because it's like, oh, that's not supposed to be here. But it's only because that's not normally done. Normally, what you would have is, and basically everybody speaking in an English accent. So I think that the way that Denzel Washington uses a different accent than everybody else. I think that works extremely well in this movie. And if you want to know more about my thoughts on Gladiator 2, I put out a very short episode and I give out my impressions on Gladiator 2 on Backlick Cinema, the podcast. So why don't you go check it out? Have you seen Gladiator 2? What did you think? Hit me up in the comments to let me know.